Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and right now, there's a major story unfolding that's got everyone in the Falcons community talking. Rumors are swirling around the Baltimore Ravens, a team that's been struggling a bit this season, but is now eyeing some bold moves before the trade deadline. And one name that's at the center of all this is Roquan Smith. Yes, the talented linebacker who's been making waves in the league since he was drafted in 2018. But the buzz is that Baltimore is considering trading him, and the reason behind this move could be more strategic than you might think. Reports suggest that the Ravens are contemplating shipping Roquan Smith off in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. That's a significant move, and it points to a couple of important things. First, Baltimore is looking to free up cap space, around $15 million, something they desperately need as they try to retool their roster. The team currently holds a record of 2-5, and with the trade deadline looming on November 4th, the Ravens are under pressure to make some strategic decisions. Their focus seems to be shifting more toward rebuilding the offense, especially after some struggles on the offensive line and with their quarterback Lamar Jackson. But why would Baltimore consider parting ways with a player like Roquan Smith? Well, there are several reasons. For one, Smith is making a hefty $18 million in 2026, a number that could be a burden if they're trying to extend other key players like defensive tackle Calais Campbell, or even trying to keep their secondary intact. The Ravens are prioritizing the offensive side of the ball, and cutting costs defensively might give them the flexibility they need to build around Lamar Jackson and reinforce their offensive line. It's a bit of a gamble, especially considering Smith's production, but it's a strategic move that many teams consider when looking to balance their cap sheet. Now, skeptics might look at this potential trade and wonder, is Roquan Smith really a player you let go of, especially when he's been such a pivotal part of Baltimore's defense? Well, Smith has been nothing short of exceptional. Drafted in the first round of 2018, this guy has accumulated over 200 tackles in his career, along with 28 sacks and 12 interceptions. He's a top-tier linebacker with a PFF grade of 88, ranking him among the top 3 linebackers in the league. His EPA per target, which measures his efficiency in coverage and tackling, stands at -0.26, showing how impactful he is when on the field. In 2025, Smith has already recorded 82 tackles, placing him among the top 5 linebackers for total tackles. He's also added 2 sacks, 4 pass deflections, and an interception this season. His hurry rate is at 12%, and his coverage grade sits at 82, ranking him 8th among linebackers. Defensively, he's a force against the run, with a run defense grade of 85.3, which is among the best in the league. What's impressive about Smith is his durability, 0 injuries so far this season, and his versatility. He's a player who can do it all, from stopping the run to rushing the quarterback, and covering receivers, making him a perfect fit for any defense that values adaptability. Now let's talk about how this potential move impacts the Falcons. Atlanta currently sits at 3-4, and their linebacker core has faced some challenges, especially after losing DeAngelo Malone to injury, which has left a noticeable hole in their run defense. Without DeAngelo, the Falcons' run defense has struggled, allowing an average of 4.5 yards per carry, which puts them around 22nd in the league. That's not where they want to be, especially when competing in a division like the NFC South where every game counts. Enter Roquan Smith. If Atlanta manages to acquire him, it could be a game-changer. Smith's arrival would bolster their linebacker group significantly. With his ability to adapt to different roles, he can fill the void left by DeAngelo Malone and provide a massive upgrade in run defense, potentially reducing the yards allowed per carry. His tackling success rate is around 92%, which means he's reliable in stopping plays. Plus, his versatility would allow the Falcons to deploy him in various packages, whether it's defending the run or dropping back in coverage. This addition could also help Atlanta's secondary, which has shown some vulnerabilities this season. The Falcons' defense has been giving up around 30 points per game over the last few weeks, and that's a recipe for losing close games. Roquan Smith's presence would provide a stabilizing force, allowing more freedom for the secondary to focus on coverage rather than constantly having to compensate for gaps in the run game. It's a move that could elevate their entire defensive unit, giving them a much-needed boost heading into the crucial stretch of the season. And if you look at his impact on teams he's played for, Smith has a history of making a difference. His career tackles number over 200, and he's recorded 28 sacks and 12 interceptions, showing how capable he is of impacting both the run and pass game. His playing style is reminiscent of some of the best linebackers of his generation, with a high tackle success rate and a knack for making plays behind the line of scrimmage. His ability to read plays quickly and adjust on the fly makes him an ideal fit for the Falcons' defensive schemes. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Atlanta Falcons are in a position where they're looking to take a step forward. They've shown flashes of brilliance this season, especially on offense with Desmond Ridder leading the charge. But their defense needs to be more consistent. Adding a player like Roquan Smith would not only improve their run defense, but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Falcons are serious about contending. Moreover, the impact of this trade could extend beyond just the immediate season. It could set the tone for the future of Atlanta's defense, creating a linebacker core that's versatile, aggressive, and capable of shutting down some of the league's top rushing teams. It would give them a boost in confidence and performance, especially in critical moments. This move could help them turn close games into wins, which is essential for playoff aspirations. Let's not forget, the NFC South is a division where anything can happen. The Saints, Bucks, and Panthers are all fighting to establish dominance, and a move like this could be the catalyst for the Falcons to leapfrog some of their rivals. If Roquan Smith joins Atlanta, it's not just about adding a talented player. It's about changing the dynamic of the entire defense and potentially the narrative of their season. A strong linebacker core can be the backbone of a championship-caliber defense, and Smith's addition would definitely be a statement of intent. Looking ahead, the Falcons, coaching staff, and management are undoubtedly analyzing every angle. They see the potential in Smith and understand what he could bring to the team. His ability to elevate the defense and provide stability could be the difference-maker in tight games, especially in the NFC South, where every possession matters. Team's fan base is eager and hopeful that this move will materialize, and if it does, it might just be the spark they need to finish the season strong and make a deep playoff run. Now, wrapping up, the trade deadline is rapidly approaching, and all signs point to a very active period for the Falcons and the league at large. Roquan Smith's name is at the center of these conversations, and whether it's a trade that happens or not, it's clear that the Falcons are looking to make strategic moves to improve their roster. The potential addition of Smith could be just what they need to solidify their defense, especially at linebacker, and to push towards the ultimate goal, a Super Bowl victory. It's an exciting time for Falcons fans, and I can tell you that the energy and anticipation are through the roof. Everyone's watching to see how this story unfolds, and I'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what does all this mean for the Falcons? Well, if they manage to land Roquan Smith, it would be a statement move. It would show they're serious about contending now, not just planning for the future, and it would give their defense a much-needed boost against the run and in coverage. Smith's versatility and leadership could elevate the entire unit, making them more formidable against some of the league's best offenses. It's not just about adding a player, it's about adding a piece that fits perfectly into their puzzle and helps them reach their Super Bowl aspirations. And of course, this move would also send a message to their division rivals. The NFC South is tightly contested this year, with the division standings constantly shifting. The Falcons, with a move like this, could become a more complete team, capable of taking on any opponent. It's about building that defensive fortress that can withstand the best attacks in the league. Roquan Smith has the talent, the experience, and the drive to be that difference maker. If they pull off this trade, it's going to be a game changer for the Falcons' ambitions and their quest for a Super Bowl. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Roquan Smith is the missing piece for the Falcons? Would you like to see this trade happen before the deadline? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned and keep that Falcons passion alive. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come for our team. Thanks for being with me today, and as always, go Falcons.